don't let the how, the why, and the when be the questions that you have for God. It's very important that, we understand that, don't let the hows, don't let the why, and don't let the when, be the questions that you have for him. Whenever we get to the mindset to where we feel like we have to ask him that, that shows that our trust in him is, in a way, it's failing us. It's showing that our faith in him, in a way, is lessening. It shows that, that our thoughts are being consumed, with our circumstances. It shows that, our lifestyles are, the things that we go through, the adversities, the problems, that we go through are literally taking over our thought process. And as they take over our thought process, they're beginning to take over our life. And when they begin to take over our life, we become a part of what we begin to believe, which is that things aren't going to work out the way that they're supposed to, or we begin to look at the reality of what it is that we actually see in front of us, and we lose track of, the verse in the Bible that it says that we walk by faith and not by sight, and understanding that if we continue to keep our mindset and continue to keep our eyes on the sight of things, then we're going to lose every single time, because it's a faith walk. The journey that we are on with God is a faith walk. That's exactly what it is. No matter how we look at it, a lot of times we feel like when we're walking with God that adversities and problems that we face aren't going to come against us, because we're like, Lord, I trust you, and Lord, I believe in you. So why am I going through this? Or, how, am I supposed to make it through this? Or when am I going to get out of this? Or when are you going to show up? There's so many things that you can put behind those three words, and the more that we begin to put things behind those three words, the more that we find ourselves being sunk into this place that we don't need to be in. Instead of that, we need to begin to prophesy to these things and let them know, like, my God will provide, my God will show up, Jehovah Jireh is my provider, Jehovah Nisi, is my victory, Jehovah Shalom, he is my peace. We need to begin to speak those things, and we need to begin to believe in who our God is and who we serve. When God takes you on a journey in your life and he